Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be cooking up yet another website. And if you guessed it, that's right, we're going to be making another restaurant type video on exactly what kind of websites we're going to make. Today's theme, I would like to go for catering and show you how to add strips such as like testimonials in your team, since that was going to play a really big part, especially with any kind of hospitality service. So without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and continue creating the new website. We click on the tab just below. Alright. And yet we have it. And coming down to restaurants and food, we will select it. Now once we do, of course it's going to remind you, EDI, answer a couple of questions in a couple of minutes it'll have, or template, where we have those thousands of design features. Alright, now I said I wanted to do catering. If you look above all, catering is right on the first one. So looking at some of the templates we have quite a few options here. Let's see, we have a food truck. Let's take a look at the food truck. Kind of semi-catering. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. Love the background. Alright. Not quite our style. Now, there's only one page here for the templates. Let's see. And, yes, want help picking a template. So you can get some tips as well. Let's see. The catering company looks pretty cool. Pretty simple. Pretty put well together. Alright, let's edit this company website. And a shake of a lamb's tail, it will load. Just a few moments. Alright, now our page has fully loaded, and of course, just like all of our videos, I'm kind of going over and changing some simple things for you guys, just to show you how easy it is and like remind you in case you've forgotten. Selena's Taste. Not a big fan of Selena. I am not Selena, so I'm going to change it. Let's say, Your Best Taste. Alright, rechange the name. I want to make it italics again, and if you know me already, then you know that I am a big fan of italics. Alright, coming in, we have, let's say, what else can we add here? We can add a link too if you'd like. Here I'm not going to do it. There we go, and let's leave that as it is. Now I want to make sure it is symmetrical. There we go. Fully selectable. Catering service. And that's right, so we're going to keep it here. And the background. The background goes pretty good for these. I will keep them too. And you can select and see all the different images that are actually stacked. Pretty cool. They're cropped, design. Pretty cool. Alright. Very cool. Alright. Now, let's see here. What do we have? Overlapping items. So you have two items here. When you click on the right, I wanted to show you this because it shows the images on top of the other. When you right click on this, you can actually come over and you can go overlap them atoms. They have three, which is image, a strip, and a page. You can move them over. You can actually drag or drop them, and you can see all layers. So when you see all layers, you can just go here and select. And you can see all of them together, and this is what's going to allow you to drag and drop with a better taste. Alright, and you can look at it and you can see how it is done. Just to let you know, right? And actually the text here, cooking with desire, about us, these are all the overlapping things on the page. Alright, so just to give you a quick shout out at that. Okay, now, what we're doing, adding strips. I'm going to scroll them down. You can see that they have the buttons for us to follow on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Now, that has nothing to do with what we're doing today, but I want to scroll down and make some space, just a little bit here, and see how easy it is to actually create this website to be a little bit bigger. Just on the same page. On the same page you can do this. And I'm going to bring this down just a taste. I'm going to click. You can stretch up, down as well. And I'm just going to bring it further down just to create enough space to still incorporate it here in the site. All right, there we go. Okay, now adding the strip. Now, I'm going to add, and I'm going to go to strip, and here you have the about strip. You have contact, welcome, services, team, and testimonials. Today we're going to be focusing on these two, or maybe just one, and let's start with team. Now, I clicked once, and it doesn't work. You can double click it, and it will just send it to the center. Now, I have the team. When you drag and drop, it's much better. Alright, so I'm adding that here. And there you go. And do you see how it's brought down? Let's add that strip. Now, I'm going to bring this one back up. I made too much space. Again, just to show you how easy it is to close in that gap. And I want a little bit of a gap for some reason, right? Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, now this is our team. Now, we want to manage this team because John Doe, Jane Doe, and James does not work for me. Alright, so let's go in. And I'm going to show you with one. I'm going to click on the picture, change the image, and of course it brings us to our wonderful image selector dashboard. Now, of course, upload media. You're going to choose your pictures. If you have a member of that team picture there, you can just upload it from your computer. But since I don't necessarily have that, I'm going to be using media from Wix. Alright, now allowing this to load. Okay. Now what should we type in for a team member? I just will put team member. Just to see what it pops up, right? So pretty, here we go. We have some new people. Alright, fantastic. Alright, a catering service. So looking at some of the pictures they have for team members. Some football team guys, pretty cool. Alright, well, let's see. Cheerful woman, let's add her. I'm going to double click. And I'm going to choose the image. And now we changed her to a wonderful picture here. Now the settings. Coming to the settings, you can, when you click on this, you can actually do a hyperlink. And you can set that up. It opens a pop-up. It can be magnified, whichever. I'm going to choose to be magnified. Cheerful woman glasses. I'm going to change the name to say Sarah Connor. Big fan. Alright. Does this image have a tooltip? No tooltips. Key proportions I want. Alright. So when you come over, you can see we change that. Now clicking on the text, we can change. I'm going to give the same name. When you double click it, it opens the same. You can also do the same by just going to edit text as well. Alright, so we're going to put the same name. Alright, just something a little bit different. And you can change the font style as well. I'm going to highlight so it changes it. Go to lobster, italics, and we have the text, the vertical text as well, and change that. And I'm going to make that blue to kind of fit our style. Alright, now that's for the text of the name, and I can put here about a little bit of information. Our best baker. Just something normal, right? This is something I want to add. Alright, I'm going to exit out. I'll leave that the same. Now, this is the column. You can manage the columns and you can change the column background. I want to change the column background to... let's scroll on down. Let's see what we have. Let's go to image. And I'm going to go back here to images, and I'm just going to say food. I'm going to give her this background, the octopus food. Change background. It doesn't really make sense because I have baker, so I can actually choose bakery too. That's cool. So we can change, right? Now when I click on the image again, I can go to crop. And when I go to crop, I can actually do a shape crop for her photo. So I can choose something like this, something like that. So multiple choices for this photo. was a circle, I'm going to do a little bit different. Move her in the center. Okay. Alright, we have that one. Now, that is our crop here. Now, what about the animation? The same. There we go. Choose this. Alright, and that's one. Now, when I click just in the center, that's, of course, we can go to change the column background. Again, I'm clicking images here. You can also do a video as well. If you guys remember, let's say, just to show you bakery, we didn't do it for her. My typo error. A bakery. Alright, now I have a bakery. So I should have done this for her, but just to kind of show you that we can do this, not a big problem. Fresh bread. We're going to change. Now that is her background. Alright, and you can see the column background here as well. I'm going to choose on the text, edit text, just to show you another option. Jane Doe, where you can say, double click. Sarah Whitsett. I'm going to change the color, probably white. And you do want to highlight and change it to white. Alright, and I'm going to make bold and italics because it's just hard to see here. And the same, remember you can change this. And that's the social bar, like Instagram. We can actually just delete this, for example. And I'm going to add another one here. Now I can, let's see, we can go to social. We'll add social. And we have these. Right? Now, when we the social bar, we can change them. I'll show them to you again too, pretty fast. I'm going to scroll and drop, make it symmetrical for me. It's important. Alright, now, set social links. Here they only had one selected. Now you're probably like, how did they just get one? Well, just like this, because that's the Instagram she had. I'm going to leave just Facebook. Alright, so delete these, just to show you one, or we can leave two. Alright, let's leave two. Alright, and done. There you go, and I can drag and drop. The same as you see just the Instagram, you can take one or add more as well for each individual. And so pretty simple, pretty fast, pretty easy, right? It can't get any easier than this. Again, with the photographs, you can click on this, you can change the image as you want. See, change image. Again, I'm going to go to media. I'm going to type in team member again. And hit enter. And it's going to load up more options. And I'm going to choose, let's choose the young teacher. It doesn't make sense, I know, but that's just what I'm showing you so you can choose whatever picture. I'm going to leave this one the same. I'm not really going to touch that much more. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Right? Now, when you see the Meet the Team, let's double click. I'm going to change the name to Our Team. Now we have Our Team. Perfect. Now, when you're looking here, when you click, you can manage the columns and strip background. Let's go to Manage Columns. And it's just going to show you this option too. You can pick a column, which one, right? And here you can duplicate it or you can delete it just from here without having to go. Alright, now we can do the layout changes. And you can see how they are, right? Alright, so you can change the spacing in between them, the column spacing, if you want to give a little bit more space, a little extra padding, right, so kind of help adjust a little bit. You can do as well, just kind of custom proportions, and you can change the proportions from those as well. Alright, so no scroll effects, the layout issue, the same, we've already did that, and you can actually stretch it to fit the page or to custom stretch it, which is the same that we just done. And this is Meet Our Team. We've already gave up information, and each individual person will have an Instagram or something, or you can actually go right back to, well, our catering company's website as well, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, etc., etc. Alright, so that is actually adding the strip for Meet Our Team. Pretty cool. You can't get better than that. Very fast. We've done this in like 5 minutes, honestly, 6 minutes. And it's honestly just finding the pictures, but if you already have them, it's less time than that. So if you already have the names, especially if you can type faster, you've already created this. It's perfect. You can't beat it for Wix.com. I mean, you just can't. Alright, so now, let's see. I'm going to scroll this back down just a little bit, just to give me a little working room. Scroll. Let's see, the drag. Alright. Now, we're going to go to Add again. We're going to go right back to Strip and Testimonials. About how good our food is, right? So we can do the Testimonials. We can do the... let's do a Testimonial. Now, you can kind of have the same. If you notice, like with the team, Meet the Team, right? You can do the same kind of style if you want for Testimonials. And you just click, and it will add. And there we go. And it's going to give us our space. And you can see the different people for the testimonials. And I'm going to manage that. Alright, now, as you can see, we have the testimonials. So people talking about, oh my god, the food was amazing. It was perfect. It's great. You can share photos. You don't even have to have that image, for example. If you don't want to share people, you can come through and delete it. Delete. There we go. I don't want her face shown. I don't want her face shown. And I don't want his face shown. So just names. And maybe you have a company logo. Let's scroll up to the logo. Let's see. No logo necessarily. So guess what? We're going to choose one pretty quickly. We're going to go to Add. Let's go to Images. And stock images. High quality images to purchase and on. Or you can do the free Wix images. So we'll do that. Alright. Now, let's say cake. Right, say I want to really push cake. Maybe that's my logo. Right, so just doing something like this, right? So I can say party cake. Cake. What do we have? Oh man, that looks really good. Alright. Let's do something fancy. Let's choose the fruit cake. I'm going to select Add to Page. Alright. Now, if you notice, it's pretty big. Really big. And I made more than one. Delete this. Alright. Now I want to crop it. Now, you can crop it in several ways. You can do the same as I showed you. But let me show you the much easier way to do this. You can do this. And we're just going to show this piece of the cake. I don't need all of it. Right, and I'm going to click Apply. And there we go. And I can move it. Right? I can move and drop. Now, that's one way. Now, it's cropped. And where we click again, let's see, we can shape crop the same. And you can reset shape proportions as well. And you can flip shape it, and you can shape vertically however you want, if you would like. Now, I'm going to make a custom shape. This is my custom logo here. So I'm going to shape crop this too. And I want it with a heart. Alright, there we go. So I'm just making a logo for each one. And now I have that. I can click and I can duplicate it. And for all of them. And I'm going to duplicate this one as well. One more time. And I'm going to drag and drop. So this is like my own little logo for the names. Its own picture as well. And pretty simple, pretty fast again. So if you don't want to do that, you can. You have tons of options. You can go to add to. You can still go back to images, right, and choose a picture. Or you can do different things as well. So you can even make a video box if you want. If you have someone speaking about how awesome it is, you can do the same. You can also go to decorative, which I made this a little bit more custom, but you can choose shapes and change them as well, because they have a lot of basic shapes, lines, features. They have a lot of cool options for them as well. So if you want to choose something from it, it's nothing to it. So the same, you just drag and drop, and it will show you the same, right? So just drag, drop, and that's the shape, right? So even with playing with the shapes, you can customize anything you want for this. But just to kind of show you, so you can add pictures of the people, you can not, you can use a logo. Again, I just use these. If you have your own logo, if you have like something, you can put this over it, or your own pictures or something, however you want to do. So for me, I wanted to do this with the hearts and cake. I love cake. So this is actually adding your team and your testimonials. So just remember, all of this is very easy to do. Under 20 minutes, where you just took a template and ran with it, and just filling in some information. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Do follow us and drop a comment below and catch other tips and tricks with Wix.com.